It might not be your fault, but it is your problem. You're going to hear that phrase over and over and over again when you work with us. And it's really important that I explain the reason why we use that. We live in a world where people are very quick to blame others and look for opportunities to say, well, that's not my fault, that's somebody else's. Well, you're right. Sometimes it's not your fault, but it is your problem because we're in this together and we need to work through things together. So what do we mean when we say it might not be your fault, it's your problem? It is your responsibility as a knowledge worker, as a person on this team, to look for the betterment of the team. And sometimes that might mean saying, you know what, I know this happened at Renova, you didn't like the drink that you got. Don't blame the baristas, but look at it as an opportunity to say, okay, well, what would you like it to be like if it was better? Or if a person in your dorm doesn't like an alt night or a leave or an SGA chapel, instead of joining in and complaining, why don't you look for ways to be a solution to that problem? I think it's really important when you're doing this and looking at the principle of it's not your fault, but it is your problem. You need to be proactive. You need to find the need before the need finds you. We'll talk about that later. But you also need to communicate. So that means if there is a problem with Renova and you work on info, you don't hold it to yourself. You go email the manager so that they're aware of it, and you let people know so that they can fix it because we're in this together. And I think the key thing is to stay positive and to realize that we are not the main character in this story. Our customer is. So that means it's the students, it's the faculty, it's the staff, and it's the guests of Cedarville University that we have the opportunity to provide them a customer experience. And in order to do that, we've got to be very clear and we've got to realize it might not be your fault, but it is now your problem.